Hello and welcome to the front row. My name is Roanna Moodley and this is your Thursday edition of a Beauty Desi Style. I thought I'd do a lovely bronzy look with a crazy wing and I really just went with it today. If you want to know how I got to do this look, it really is very simple and very quick to do, and if you've got a glam function to go to, you can really put this look together very quickly with whatever you have at home. It really doesn't cost a lot of money and you don't really need a lot of things going on to get a full glowy looky hair. So if you want to know how I got this look, then you know what to do. Keep on watching. Okay, so to do a gold and I just want to do a gold option, and I want to start with this LA Girl Pro Prep color correcting face primer. It's yellow and it corrects dullness, and we definitely don't want to look dull. We want to look beautiful and bright, but I find that it gives me a good sheen when it goes on my pores, so that's a nice thing. I was meant to do my eyebrows, but it's a bit too short to thread, so I'm just leaving it to grow a little. But I did my upper lip, a little bit of how I did my upper lip on my IG, so catch me on the front row on my Instagram and you'll check out how I did that. It was actually the third time that I've ever done it for myself, so it's quite exciting. And I'm going to use a foundation that I don't actually use as much. I probably used it maybe about 3 times at best, and it is an Avon foundation. It is the Avon True Flawless Ultra Matte Cream to Powder Foundation, and I'm in the color Soft Honey. I'm usually the color Soft Honey in most brands, but this is what it looks like. What I generally do is I just take a wet sponge and just do that, and I put it on my face like how I would any foundation really. I find that because this one is so creamy, it's good for winter, I guess. Well, I feel comfortable in it in winter. When I use it when it's hot, I feel too heavy and it's too much on my skin. It's like, it feels like there's too much going on. And now that it's winter in South Africa, it just makes sense to use it. It gives me good coverage. I really like the way it sits on my skin. So I'm just going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is also in color Soft Honey, just to get rid of some of the spots. And then I'll go in with a lighter concealer in Creamy Beige to highlight. So I'm just going to put a few dots over to highlight the nose. Let that sit for a bit. Now while I'm letting my highlighter sit, let's just cream contour my face in the usual. Look, I don't really use different products. I always tend to use the same kind of products. Whoa, that's a big boo-boo, sorry. But the whole point of this video is to just show you how I do my makeup. You don't necessarily have to use the exact same products. You can find something that is similar. And also, I am a firm believer in using makeup that is affordable and makeup that still looks great on your skin. So sometimes it's not always necessary for you to use like really expensive makeup, especially if you're not someone that uses it all the time. I find like the MAC makeup, I usually use like MAC foundation for when I dance on stage, because for me it's been like years that I've been using it and it lasts long. But because the frequency sometimes is not as rapid, it tends to get spoiled after 24 months, and you know, you don't use it all up. So it's always nice to just have affordable makeup that you can finish. That's just my opinion. I love any kind of makeup really that looks great on my skin. If it's cheap, then why not, right? So I'm gonna just blend this out. I'm going to set my contour with my Stay Matte Not Flat in the color Cocoa by NYX. And then I just want to use my fingers on my nose so that and then I'm going to use my sponge. Whenever you go overboard with something, your sponge will blend it out quite nicely. To set my concealer, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Powder High Definition. This is so similar to baby powder, and I've used baby powder before as well. If you don't have setting powder, and if you don't have this particular powder, you can always use baby powder to set under your eyes. What I decided to use now is my Love You So Much by NYX, and this is my highlight palette, but I decided to use this yellow and like a bronze color both and mix it together and put it on my eye. I'm going to use the bronze color like on my entire lid, and I'll use the yellowish color just in the corners. Sometimes the brush just doesn't do it, so I like to use my fingers. Look at that, that makes such a big difference. Don't worry, I'll clean the bottom out just now. Just to give it a little bit of dimension, I'm going to take my bronzer, a little smudge of that, and just put it at the top of my crease so it has a little bit more character. See the difference here and here? It gives it more character. I think it also frames it pretty nicely. And then just to make sure that it's still shiny, I'm gonna just smudge more on my lid. For eyeliner, I'm going to use the Essence Liquid Liner. It's a waterproof liner, and I think this is about 50 bucks or something. But what I want to do is I want to do a wing that's just coming out of my eyes straight, and so that's really as far as I can go. If I make it thicker, it's not going to look that great. So I've done the other eye. I know it doesn't look identical, but I mean, it's really difficult to get your eyes to look identical because your eyes are not identical anyway. So you kind of want to go as close as possible to what you've done in the other eye, and we kind of make it work. Now that I've got the bronze thing going on, I think I'm going to just do eyebrows off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, eyebrows are done, and now I'm going to take that yellow highlighter that I wanted to put on my inner corners and just plonk that there to give it a little bit more dimension. I'm going to take the same yellow and do it on the top of my eyebrows just to give it a lot of shimmer. So there's a lot of shimmer going on this eye, but that is what we wanted. For highlight, I'm going to take the bronze color and mix it up with the yellow And whoa! Look at that. Oh my goodness. I have to like stop myself from going crazy. This is just divine. Divine, divine, divine. Now this highlighter, the yellow one especially, reminds me of the Rihanna Fenty Beauty highlighter, and I couldn't get my hands on those, so I was excited that I found something that looked similar. So, oh my goodness, look at this glow. Mind the pimple. I should have not put it on my pimple, but anyway. For blush, I'm going to use my NYX Sweet Cheeks palette, which I always use, but I think I'm going to use like a very light pinky color because I don't want to mess with this brown vibe going on. So I see this pinky color has a bit of a sheen, but we love it. Do you guys remember that song that came out in 2010 during the World Cup? We love it. That's why we make the circle bigger. Okay, let's just move on. For mascara, I'm using my favorite by Hey Gorgeous. This is the Pure Wild Volumizing mascara, and it has helped me grow my lashes so well because it has like castor oil and jojoba oil and all sorts of other things. So I'm going to take a flat brush like this and use the same bronzer that I've used, stay matte but not flat, underneath my eye just to give it some character, and then to give it a little bit more vavavoom, I'm going to use the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil, and I'm just going to go on the corners of my waterline here and on the other side. For a liner, I'm going to use the Soft Contouring Sucker for Grey by Essence. This is a beautiful color if you want to also slightly overline your lips. And then for lipstick, I'm using the Long Lasting by Essence. It's a very, very brown color. So I'm just going to tap that in. Use my fingers to smooth it out. I'm going to take the red option, which is that. Tap that. For setting spray, I am using Rose Dew Setting Spray by Kiki Cosmetics, or Kiki Beauty rather. Smells so good. So this is the look. Thank you so much for choosing the front row. If you haven't by now, please click that subscribe button. I post videos every Monday and Thursday, and Thursday is all about beauty and Mondays are all about wisdom and how-tos. And if you'd like to see another look, please comment and let me know what look you'd like to see. And until the next video, keep it royal, and I'll catch you on the next one.